Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this spin-off series of Astorias, which is called the Hispano-Bactrian Empire. We still run the Kingdom of Sindh, which these days we consider ourselves as Bactria, which is currently run by Banebshen Aldara of Sindh, in which, here's the thing, I failed to address in the past couple of episodes, at least as far as name pronunciation is concerned. I thought it was Aldana the entire time, until, I saw the Aldara dynasty that we've created, this cadet branch of it, which is now, this, but due to us being Afghan, so it usually ends with ID, like something, like if he were to have dynasty, it would be Ramachandra. But, yeah, just for example. So now our dynasty is referred to by the name of its founder, Banebshen Aldara. I thought it was Aldana the whole time, but because I thought I was incorrect pronouncing her Astorianese name, and I think I kind of got it half right after I did some further reading. Apparently Aldana is a Spanish name, but that's a surname. Aldara, it's an Astorianese name of whatever kind of origin it is. But regardless, I just noticed that we've taken a part that isn't technically part of the Transoxiana area or of Empire of Bactria, but you just taken part of the Sardaya. Well, the question is, where does the Sardaya River start from? But anyways, it's up to them Saltians. Ran by a holy warrior, and you got a child. An intelligent child. Well, you did get it from her, which is my daughter you're married to. I did that just to prevent uprisings. Well, despite your cravenness, ever since I seduced you and brought you here, it seems you've done well for yourself, and now you're going to become gallant. Whereas we're about to pick up another strategy perk, because I plan on picking up 2 more perks and then switch to stewardship to spend the rest of my life in happy retirement from fighting. It is 1178 AD. I'm 52 years old and health is still good, thanks to being robust and athletic. But the old age is starting to catch up to me. I still have good fighting skills, but it's only a matter of time before I would be considered too old to fight. But this is what I mean by I got a lot of good years ahead of me, because there may be a possibility that I will live long to see the day that the Empire of Bactria is to be formed. As we look at it, just to remind you people where we are at this point, at least on this white outline. So we need to control. So again, the white outline still show up. So we need to take 2 Emirates, a county up here, and a county up there, which I hope it gets separated from them, so that one of you 2 is going to grab it for me, while I will continue to work south and then fight one more time up there. But fortunately, we do not have a peace deal with the Grand Emirate of Khorasan, so they're next for a continuous conquest. Start over here. Actually, no, capital's that way. Because, more to the war score. It's only going to be 33 months before there'll be another peasant rabble. Just started by them. And, be careful of these Tajik Ashari populace. We've been getting them a lot lately. Because, after all, the more land we conquer, the more of the Ashari will be around. But Catholicism is slowly beginning to spread into areas just to reduce the chances of that happening. But that's only wishful thinking. But do not forget that we neighbor with the Empire of Hispania, which we're no longer allies. And we cannot negotiate because we never helped them. Hell, we don't need anyone's help. We stopped asking for it. Because we're pretty much ignoring our home territories. Where we originally came from. Again, Aldara was born in Cordoba, Spain. Now she's Aldara of Bactria, which would kind of view in a similar vein to, you know, the historical Lawrence of Arabia. Even though the only difference is that he remained British or English, and never converted to the culture of Bedouin. Had to look it up just to add context. But anyways. Herat is the next target. Let's go. Remember to split up. Split. Standard procedure. Got it. Going this way. Oh dear, Greek castle. Now we are engineered for destruction. Siege weapon effectiveness increased 40%. And so is the naval speed increase, but we don't travel by boat because there's hardly any water here. Nor do we plan on going overseas. Really? This is a very weak fort, this one. But the capital, well, it's got keeps. That's something we should be reminded for ourselves in the future. When we move our capital to Balk, better increase the fortifications. Which we do not have the hoardings innovation. I don't think that's in this era, is it? Oh, it is. It's just... We're not putting our focus because I want... And I will be around for this. Switch the law back to high partition. But again, siege weapon effectiveness is applied to me, not to him. My other son, Osorio. He seems to enjoy our latest feast of medicine. Of all things, he could not stop talking about the rich cloves and glittering gold he saw there. You're supposed to be a soldier. Greedy, ain't you? I know he's arbitrary. I'll show how to make friends at a feast. Don't get too stressed now. This way. Household savings. Thank you very much. More money for the war effort. Spouse grow fonder. To nurture relationships between the next generation of rulers is a duty we should not neglect, says Shah Ramachandra. Some of your more influential vassals have children, and I'm certain Alfonso would benefit from knowing. Remember, I wounded Alfonso because him and the other guy, I forgot his name, we're having an argument, and I decided to whip them both. And I know some of you people are like, why would Aldara do that to her son? One, she's sadistic, and two, he'll be alright. He's robust. He will learn to handle pain. He'll know it better than anybody. He's an Aswa. He's brave and stubborn. He understands pain. But still, he would rather be hitting the books than to be a soldier. Anyways. Who I want them to become friends to, but... You got a friend? Son and daughter? Alright. At least you're happy with your brother and sister. Oh, not him! Bossy, sadistic... Martial education. New Shah will probably be a good influence. Lives in Koptel. Large breach, but no starvation. It seems that my dealings with Satrap Hazard, I may have accidentally made certain promises of exemptions from his obligations. I have tried, but I suspect it might not be anywhere out of this by now. Gets a weak hook on me. Oh yes, he's from Kota. You fool. Taxes reduced, is that what that means? Well, I can't modify that now. So, fuel taxes reduced. Haven't had a notification of whatever territory is under siege. The capital is taken. Plenty of more to take Karata. Whoa! Company of Bokar, they just hired mercenaries. We're going in after them. It's a good thing that my son isn't with me. In this particular army, he's over there, in the other army. My husband is over there too, Shah Ramachandra. There's Alfonso, yeah, he's in the other army, he'll be alright. He hasn't gone over his wound yet. He will be in time. He will learn not to mess with me. Next door. We're gonna go across the river, but we will win decisively. The Caballeros will fight well on the drylands. Oh, they just hired more mercenaries. You are spending quite a bit of money, Farshad. Horse archers. But I have a better advantage than him. Come up here. We're taking more casualties than usual. Slow that down so we can understand what the hell is going on. I have a bit of the advantage now, thanks to this roll. We're maiming them, but we're barely winning this battle. Need reinforcements. Yes, I just noticed, and I can even tell by this building this looks well fortified. Joust. Okay, you stay there. Now we'll be here. And we're besieging this fort. Okay, their forces are more numerous than they once were. Well, it looks like we may be in trouble. Move the rally point Just in case if I'm gonna need to spend money for mercenaries for the first time. More mercenaries! I'm going hunting after this war. Still like to be a huntress. That's levies. Listen, if we oppose them again, we'll put up a good fight, but now it's getting out of hand. Who the heck we're dealing with? These are levies, no mercenaries. At least so it says. And we're about to win this fort as well. We're well supplied, but we don't know how long it's gonna last. Too bad I never had a commander trade, because that would have been good by now. Perhaps we should have gone for Parthian tactics, because, you know, caballeros are with us. But I ain't afraid. I'd be happy to fight to the death with them. The old man is dead. Alright. He's a content coward. Keep your siege, you're going. We're going in after him. They've got no Aswaran with them. Just as gallant as I am, but I'm a better fighter than he is. And since we're fighting in drylands, yeah, we're countering their camels and light horsemen. Oh yeah, we're putting up real good casualties. Mariswar Kanush has been wounded, and the injury runs deep. I fear that his body's not strong enough to fight this on its own. I feel death lingering by his bedside. There's nothing that can be done. He's severely injured. Stay with me, big man. Need you. Need a precision. It may sound like a stupid idea, but Alfonso, in addition of you being a Swar, I'm going to make you a core position. In other words, you are a medic. 3 days. 2, 1. Battle's still ongoing. We should win this pretty soon. Stay there. You're undersupplied. Or at least move a bit closer. In case we need to be reinforced. You're in our territory now, so we're gonna beat you too. It's 90%, but let me add him one more time. Against these damn horse archers. And your blasted mercenaries, and come of us too. Because, you know, she's sadistic, she loves to kill enemies. Oh no, not my commander. Dalamite has been killed. Killed by him in the last battle. He's a novice physician. Well, apparently, Alfonso does have the talent of being a medic. I mean, after all, he has the learning skill to do it. A combat medic. A combat physician. This is what I told you about handling pain. It's a stupid idea that worked. Tajik culture in majority, right? Actually, split that. Yeah, the Persian boy who's a dwarf. I know you hold small bits of land, but here's some big land for you. Be sure to form a satrapy of your own. So we need to take this, this, and this. Now I'm gonna need to kill that boy. Which we will. Well, I'm close to being critical. Just a second. Perhaps we'll hold our first ever feast for this. I had something else in my mind. Oh, there it is. I went to the wrong screen. Anyone that wants to be convinced? There's two of them, so it'll take two then. Just 1 second. And don't forget to kill. Don't forget to kill some prisoners that aren't Riverdam. You know what? I kind of want to recruit him. He's an average. You know, we've got to recover our losses. Not gonna convert your faith because we're not gonna land you. You're just gonna fight alongside of us. Your prowess is good enough. No, no favors. Just kill him. Okay, stress reduced. Now we'll use that money to get another agent, or at least two of them. There. Should be enough to get all the way. Then we'll assassinate him. Treaty is broken, and we fight them again. Don't want to spend my money on a feast yet, because you know how much this costs? 200. And sure, it'll help to increase the vassal spending, but all the vassals are happy with me because I gave them land. There's no time to celebrate. We've got work to do. Oh, he's from here. Well, pay up. Don't kill him. Raja Kashmir. Oh, wow. I actually want to recruit you too. Stick around. You might be of some use to us. Yeah, pay attention to any interesting things. Satrapy of Badakhshan. Well, we already control that. And we already gave it to people that we care about. Oh yeah, the peasant leader who rebelled against us. And he's an angry man. Well, one thing that I like is a big angry giant, but we would look for good fighters. While you, I will execute. family's going to hold a grudge against me. I need that to reduce the stress. Now, let time tick along, as we will be increasing the size of our forces. And we got new swamp. Pay up. Alright, Bucephalus. We know he's already strong. It's a strong warhorse. Now, we need him to train him to move more swiftly. It's something that he needs to learn. That's what I'm paying my money for, to train. Bucephalus took to his training well, and the results could be seen instantly. That was money well spent. So, now it's a strong and agile warhorse, so that's +1 prowess for me. Strong and agile warhorse. Truly living up to the horse of Alexander the Great. My husband Ramachandra gets to hear many things during his comings and goings at court. Lately he's heard some interesting story about what Ashwakanush does in shadows. It's very useful to know, morsel. Oh, he's near death. I like you, big man, but he was brutally mauled. So he's got a lover. Well, I'm not going to condemn her for it. Oh, wait a minute. She's a two-timer? Well, get well soon. If we lose you, but do not worry, we found... Oh, he's dead. He died from his wounds. Well, we recruited 2 more guys to serve under us. Alright, we got some competent ones. But some not so good. And the only one I forbid is the Sogdian, who's a craven. The Vision of Chirrut. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was inspired when I learned about Constantine's victory at the Battle of Milvian Bridge. The night before the battle, Constantine dreamed that victory would be granted if he painted Chirrut, a symbol of Christ, on his soldiers' shields. He did exactly that, and the next day he overran the forces of the usurper Maxentius, who fell into the Tiber River and drowned. Well, I am a holy warrior of sorts, but... And, fording... Not a lot of rivers here. I'll have to go for this, you know. Since we've been on the offensive and the enemy likes to put up a fight. Especially that battle that we barely won. So, let's be a flexible leader. Aldara knows how to reduce the advantage defending armies get from fortifications, terrain, rivers, and strait crossings. So, logically speaking, flexible tactics won the battle. Throughout for most of her life, she was a fighter. Now she's become a bit of a strategist. More money. Now let's go hunt. Because, you know, I like to be a huntress too. Poachers. Here, in Banebshen's woods, they huddled together and right up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead stag behind them. We did not do this, Your Mercy. Their blades and bows belied their words. You seem all to be excellent bowmen. Well, I like to keep up with my prowess. We need some progress events. Hunt is drawing to an end. We mount our horses to leave the drownings behind his search, prepare to stag another game for the journey back. I have held my share of hunts. People around me are starting to take notice. The word is spreading of my activities. Now, I am a novice hunter. That's more stress loss, and more prowess. Aldara definitely answers the call of both wild and the bow. She is indeed a novice huntress, if you want to say that in a feminine term. Even though she's in her 50s, but there's no signs of her slowing down. My old rival died. That's loss of even more stress, which I do not have. There's going to be another heresy uprising in Europe somewhere, I assume. Because you got 2 years to make East Khorasan Catholic, which we're trying to reduce the uprising, which, well, after we assassinate the boy, we deal with the populists, and after that, we'll deal with the peasant rabble a bit, which I may have to hire mercenaries instead to do the work for me. And conquer this big piece of territory, and we'll go grab this and this. Soon all that month they can't even afford to pay for the mercenaries. Curses! You got 4 months. Anyone else? He knows too much. And you know my treaty with them will not be expired until 4 years. But I can't wait those 4 years. Time is going against me. Koshan. He's strong and reckless. Shall serve me as my Aswan. Persepolis, horse enthusiast. My vassal, Marzaban Bagi, looks Persepolis up and down, nodding approvingly. It's a mighty fine stallion you have here, my Banebshen. If you allow me to take him for a ride, I'll be very grateful. She's a Buddhist and she's pregnant. Well, she's a powerful vassal, wants to be. Well, for once, enjoy yourself. I haven't been swaying anybody lately, so I gotta do that to her now. Would hate her to plot against me. As I said before, the boy knows too much. But the closest person to be convincing is this man. Reluctant to harm a child, so do you, but you? Well, you're a bad guy, but you might do. It won't convince him. Oh, barely. Anyways, Verzad in hiding. He came to me complaining about Revan bullying him. He's been hiding all over the castle to avoid her. You craven. A bully deserves whatever punishment you can imagine. Look, we almost got him. I mean, this would be a good jump at it, but I believe it's too late now. So betrayed our trust. Well, the loyalty and respect thing up there, thanks to Gallant. Oh, take it. Let's give it a try. I'll romance him as a way of getting him. I mean, I know it's a bit too late now, but so I'm going to have to delay the assassination for a bit. I'll sing a love ballad. I found a classic Tajik love ballad which suits Tamas said perfectly. Practice it over and over and everything must be perfect. I find my honeycomb walking in the calm garden surrounded by his friends. With a heart beating like a hammer, I kneel before him and sang. Tamas, Tamas, cheeks turned pomegranate red, but he does not interrupt me. His companions all look pleased or jealous, surely a good sign. You have a beautiful voice, my lady, says before he hurries off. His friends are quick to follow. And I stand up on shaky legs, watch him disappear between the hedges, my heart beating around. He won't resist my charms for long. When this comes up, delay it. Paid him money, and I'm going to bribe him again. I'll do whatever it takes to break that truce. It's just he's the closest one of being convinced. Well, temporarily. What's your intrigue skill? Oh, it's your second best skill, so... temporary. Just have a slight increase. No, I have to rethink this. We're stalling for time. He knows there's a plot, but we're trying to increase the chances before we can officially get rid of him. You know, the scheme is exposed. It's just I need an effective agent. Any one of them. Have to romance him, yeah. By the way, that's... oh, he is the Amir. I thought it was his first name, no. And it's going to take a long time. As Banebshen, I've been obliged to attend a local sparring tournament, but the contestants have been delayed. The tournament won't start for at least another hour. Lamberto de Civi, nobleman from Khorasan, is here and has always been in several louts. His constant complaint is making everyone even more miserable than normal. On the other hand, I just noticed a merchant dropping off a cart of foreign liquids. Yeah, I know you. Murderer. Pushed Lamberto into the horse's water truck to liven things up. So now he's my rival. And reduces my stress. That's different, Alfonso. Well, look at you. Aren't you the schemer? Evil blackguard. Good thing we found you. Because we're gonna need some help. While I try to romance this goof. I don't like those chances. Rethink. Keep delaying. Plus, we got an uprising coming up. You see how well timed that was? Oh. Still gathering an army. Well, Surreal's come of age. He's a tough soldier. I'm gonna pause. A fearless blackguard, they call him. Well, time to serve in the army, boy. We've been caught on the act. Capture him, please. Nope, didn't get him. Okay, army's fully gathered. Split up. Yeah, I've toned down on my advantage because I told my husband to focus on the intrigue because we're trying to assassinate him. Go this way. I'll go that way. Except he's going far. Oh, we got a man. Oh, excuse me, woman. My mistake. This has a good chance. 95%. So at least we can attempt at least once. Shut up! Oh yes, that peasant revolt. We'll deal with that rebel too. Hey, what's going on with your uprising? Liberty War. Hey, stop that nonsense. Huh? Too bad I can't tell him the surrender, but it's Liberty War, so that's Crown Authority related stuff. And where is the peasant rabble? Down there. He can't besiege the area. Fine by me. Plus, this is not a good place to resupply. Stand here. Wait for them to come back. Okay, let's give this a shot. Gonche has prepared a special trip for the young Amir Merab. The child trusts he will be brought on an enjoyable day in the forest. Merab will unfortunately get lost and be impossible to find before nightfall. Oh, and he was so young too. A child lost in the forest. It happens tragically often. Murdering a child, are you certain about this? There's a 5% chance that the scheme is discovered. He escaped unarmed, so I say, now he's kept under close watch. At first you don't succeed. Now he's gonna be watchful. Well, we're gonna start over again, but we still got a good chance. And this will give me more time to, you know, more time to romance that guy. Died from his injuries. Faster. Spy master discovers secret. Learned of Alfonso's non-believer's secret. Non-believer? Hey, I'm gonna need you to blackmail. But if I do that, you know, he is brave, and he wants to protect the secrets. If he believes something of the occult, well then, let him. And by the way, I told you he would get better from the wound. Anyways, we'll do something about him with that later. Are they back yet? Oh yeah, they're coming back. We'll deal with them soon. Now go deal with the peasant rabble. We'll go deal with them, and then the last remnant. Living off the land. Now we have even more supply capacity. But I'm rather reluctant on switching to stewardship now because of these delays with the assassination and whatnot. We have to chase him down. I can move my troops faster. And this time I got a flexible leader commander trait. Now let's finish him off. We ride. Six months? 4 months? Haven't heard anything from the Emir. But our chance has been lowered. Oh, good. Oh, that's not him, but someone else is. Doesn't like me very much. Well, do it. Anything. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Duchy of Khotan. They're weak, but they're allied with some big powers. Oh, and they're not busy, and they're gonna be here. Damn it! Khotan and friends. We're bringing them along. And this is a claim for Shunug, which we're not going to allow them to have that. This is what happens when we delay too much. And we'll be on our way to fight them. We're already en route. You go deal with peasants, and then go up the Pamir Mountains, and we shall deal with them. They're inferior because they have far more levies. That's one. Now get up here and help us out. No, not through the Kashmiri route. Head to Bulk to go pick up supplies. We have more supplies because we know how to live off the land. And don't forget that we're about to kill this boy. Okay, now. So let's prepare a special trip for the young. The child trusts to be brought an enjoyable day in the forest. Oh yes. Let's try this again. This time it's for real. He's dead. The search went long into the night before it was called off and reconvened at dawn. It was only then that the body was found, bloodied, mangled, and torn after attack by some vicious, hungry beast. It is hope it was the beast's doing. Thankfully, everyone agrees it was a terrible tragedy, and my involvement in the existence of this scheme remains unknown. They say children are the future. I just have a big old smirk on my face after doing that. Prepare to make an execution. Well, you're never going to get these claims anymore. So we're just going to kill you outright. Just for stress reduction. Now it's time to fight hard. We'll defeat them, get them out of our way, and we'll work our way towards Khotan. They brought some friends along, but I'm not worried. They're coming from Tibet. Oh, they're Hindus. And you are Buddhist. A different kind of Buddhist. Based on that armor, he is leading the front. Somewhere. You shall not stop my ambition for Bactria. To Khotan. This is an oasis land. It's mainly desert. So this is going to be a rather dangerous place to be fighting in. That'll slow him down. Somewhere. Where it has a faster monthly progress. Try Merv. 21 years because 0 forever. And now that we've done our job, back to chivalry. So I could have more to the advantage against them. The other army is going to have to get resupplied before we continue to... Punjab is continuing to fracture apart. Where are they? We're going on the offensive, you'll be the army of the defense. Okay. I never asked for it. When Tomas invited me to a hunt, I did not hesitate to accept. I could not imagine a more lovely sight than his stunning profile atop the back of a stallion. As I'm stalking through the underbrush, my page, I'm at my heel and my hound just ahead. It seems as though I found the trail, and suddenly my concentration is shattered by the man's scream. Well, he may be still of use to me, so I'm coming for you, my love. Within what must have been a minute, but felt like an hour, I reached a clearing. Tomasev is on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite him, in just about a strike, stands a huge wolf. My arrow strikes true and the base falls to the ground. For a moment, all Tomas can do is stare, and he stumbles towards me and throws himself in my arms. One sweet kiss is the only reward I crave. He'll be of some use to us, still. For the future conquest. Not well fortified here, but it's going to take 17 months. What the hell? Where's my siege weapons? You got all the siege weapons. Damn it, man. Stop right there. Lend those siege weapons over here. Continue your route. That's a bit of an error. Now we're just gonna have to wait for disease and people to starve themselves out. Napoliban of Ga. That's an enemy. No doubt they're out there, but they're not even down to the Indus Valley. Not even in Fergana. Hang on. Wait a minute, what? So, you said you're the one that started the war, right? It's Khotan War. And yet, your liege is this. Oh, okay. That's your whole country. You are a vassal of them. For a moment, I thought you were an independent entity. And you've lost your allies. Which is good. So go pick up your supplies, then move over here. Because I don't want to stay here for too long. Well, we can afford it, but the attrition's going to kill us. Take this area. Faster. And please hurry. They're going to be coming in with a large force. So we'll probably win, but I'm sure there's going to be more reinforcements behind us. But we'll try to hold our ground with our caballeros, pikemen, and our fellow knights. Aswaran. I fear there might be more over there. But I have more the advantage than he does. Yep, there's gonna be more. Oh, they're killing us. Legendary. No, they got us. They got us. We're outclassed. Okay, we're withdrawing. So, that's the first time she's been defeated in battle, but, we're gonna be heading all the way back to here. And hopefully he's gonna be coming back angry as hell. We'll lose decisively. Stop moving! It's very useful to know, Spring Blossom. You got a lover? Well, if you love her so much, why don't you marry her? Hold this mountain pass. We lost our very effective spy master. Disrupt schemes. I'll continue on the retreat. You're gonna have to deal with him. We'll have to defeat him with our combined strength. Unless we can convince him to call it white peace. So he can stay away from our territory. Fazad, till we meet again. He's gonna be my fellow as well. They're gonna be heading to the Fergana Valley region. Heraldry. We can have high partition now, but I'm gonna need knighthood. It's for 5 years. So that way children with martial education can have prowess education as well. Oh no, they're going for the objective that they want. But you're in our turf. Those are our mountains. We got a plan. Let's surround them. Because if we fight them here, we may probably lose, because defending in mountains, that's their mountains, not our mountains. So there's actually just far too many. Come on. We have to defeat them together. Clever tactics will not win this day. We need to lure them over here. That's the way to defeat them. Yes. We'll probably win. Chances are even. Yep. Our pikemen better fight well, because we'll have more pikemen reinforcements. You need to get here fast. Soon we'll go for Parthian tactics. As I'm 57 and I'm feeling fine. No longer good, but I'm fine. So it's possible I may live up to my 70s. So we'll probably win if he can get here fast enough. We have more advantage, but we're taking a lot of casualties. Alfonso's been wounded. If you get wounded any further, I mean, you're a novice physicians. Again, they wounded a medic, those bastards! Got more coming over. Come on. 15 days left. We don't got 15 days. Five, four, three, two, one. Reinforcements have arrived. We were on the verge of retreat. Goodness, this battle's been bloody. And all I ask is white peace from them. The stars are getting killed. And we barely won here. Ramachandra. Been disfigured, but you're no longer wounded. So, like to you, it's just a big scratch on the face and you decide not to show your face to me ever again. Sorry. We all get old sometimes, but... Damn them. Damn them. Now, please, white peace. I do not want to fight you guys anymore. And got a weak hook on him. Okay. Damn them! They bested us for the first time, and we only had to use our combined strength to get him. He will return one day, but probably not, because he lost his friends. We still got our numbers, so we'll be fighting against them. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, one of our vassals is fighting against them. And they're winning. That's one thing. And he's successfully defending against Villefos from the south. Do not forget your other part of the plan. My husband's been wounded, my son's been wounded, but he'll be alright. And, you got a fourth trait. You're cynical now. Well, that's more learning to you, so... Perhaps fighting on the battlefield made you feel cynical. But remember, don't expect him to hire mercenaries. This should be an easy victory. He's got no money. Despite the severe casualties that we've took, but we should be alright. For the time being. And hopefully we can capture him before, the thing is won. So let's do it. This area is next for the Bactrian Reconquest. So yeah, I had to end my vassal's war, so sorry, because I want this done already. I want this done before my life is over. And we'll deal with the rebels again. At least you're with us. So split up. Forgot to do that. I got this. You will go over there. It's faster to take a capital. No heresies as of yet. Speak of the devil. Wait a minute. You've introduced them here? There's no Cathars. Those are Catholics. There's no Cathars, it's nothing but Hindus. I mean, you are Cathar, but you're not... Okay, there is Catharism. I wouldn't mind, but it's not too widespread, but... Hey, a different faith's a different faith, as long as it's not a Shari. That's all I care about. You can worship whatever you like. Oh, these are not... There, these. You got it. It's a capital after all. And the crusade is finally over. Lotharingia. Crusader kingdom's been created. I almost totally forgot about them since I've paid much attention to Bactria. "22 months. There's plenty of time for it. Shah Ramachandra, you have improved yourself. My loyal Rajput, even though he no longer has a face that I can love, but he's a loyal Rajput. We took your brother and friend. Wait a minute, friend? Oh, his brother's friend is also... Yeah, the Emir's best friend. It's gonna be a lot easier now. No chance at all. It is here. This way. Let's go. Alright, we've got this area now. I know you don't look at me favorably, but I'm gonna give you something. I raised you, and I want you to have a positive opinion towards me. So we do have a... Well, there was a small number of Cathars, but I guess they just went away as quickly as you could say, whatever. Now, anyways, I'm about to get another strategist perk zone. And you know it's going to take more than... Let me see. Get this? 3 years? Yeah. It's about to take 9 years that I become a strategist as well. I want to retire and have stewardship, but we don't have Bactria yet. So now, we've taken the 2 Emirates. We need to take this county and that county. Then that's that. And to do that, we're gonna put this boy out of his misery. A little resting period is fine. And give me money while we're at it. Parthian tactics. Our skirmishers, which we do not have, neither is heavy cavalry, but our caballeros will fight a lot better. And after we form Bactria, we'll have to rethink about what our... Okay, found a guy. Add another one, just to make damn sure. I've waited a year's time. My dynasty has unlocked power and prosperity. Well, since it's the Emperor who is the dynasty head. Monthly stewardship lifestyle. Oh, good. Thank you. anybody that needs to be ransomed? Because I'm going to need some money. Hey. This realm has split away. Quick, jump him. Seize it. We don't want to spend piety anymore. Jump him. All armies, move in. Break those walls down and assault it. Actually, we don't need to do that. Full force. Did you a favor. Also, get back to being Catholic, and you might accept. Good thing that we just looked you up to get that hook on you. So after we assassinate him, one more war to go. We can do this. Huh. Oh, I think you will believe exactly as I tell you, so I'll use my weak hook against him. He will be a Catholic, so is his family. And no, he didn't take that too kindly, but he'll be more positive. I'm not romancing anyone lately, but I'll sway you for the time being. Just a tad bit. It's about damn time I go hunting again. I'm a huntress, you know? My sister was slain in a duel. Heck. My son, Alfonso, went on ahead of a group chasing a wolf. I follow close behind. I find him standing above a commoner, tugging an arrow out of a poor man's chest. As soon as he sees me, he hides the arrow behind his back. It was the wolf, mother, I swear. Soon enough, the rest of the party catch up and demand an explanation. You still haven't got over your wounds. You'll get married soon, once we form Bactria. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't want to get rid of him, he's a genius. The other brother doesn't have your smarts. Shoot. Your diplomacy's no good. And not mine either. 1 second. We must cover this up. So we'll try to hide the body. But if not, then the body is found, and he's a murderer. We managed to hide the body, and the body remains hidden. Get back to work. Right. We got the wolf, and we hid the body. And now I gotta go work off some stress because of this. Another lap. And once we kill that boy, and then, that'll be another stress reduction. Of course, you know, the more we take this territory, the more size of the uprising is going to be. Put it in the center. Somewhere. It's that time of the year again. There are a few things I enjoy more than all this company. It really eased my mind to have a quiet evening inside together, drinking wine and talking about our problems. After a short break, I was once again ready to take on my duties. I'm lucky to have a friend like her. She's club-footed warrior woman, but she's not, you know, exactly. How many friends do I have? I don't think I have very much. Apparently my only friend from North Hampshire. Must be a childhood friend of mine. And I've forgotten about her. Okay. Alright, where's he leading? Over there. Take on the leader first. Actually, no. Remember what happened when you're gonna... Stay back a bit. We'll split the forces from you. Sogdians even expanded upwards. The Kyrgyz Khaganate is not something to worry about anymore. They were a big power in the steppes, but not anymore. We got a lot of mopping up work to do while we continue to plot the assassination of the Amir. Amira. Just in case. Remember what happened last time? I know it's rather irrelevant, but still. We don't want this... we don't want a repeat of what just occurred. We got him. Good. Three months. You're winning the Liberty War. Despite the fact that you're a craven. Additional taxes. There goes another one of my rivals. Yeah, I got a lot of rivals. I made a lot of enemies over the years. Pay up. The Swalan peasants. With the recent upsets among the peasants of Gugan, one of my agents presented a unique suggestion of taking care of Emir and Emiran Kai Khosrow. With the coin in the right pockets and agitators at every corner, we could stage an entire riot while he's passing through the streets. Time for some good old-fashioned mob rule. And he is dead. Never underestimate the power of the mob. The truce is broken. We got one last territory to take. And I will... One sec. Exactly on my mind. Yeah, you got some mercenaries. You don't scare me. Their army's over there. Okay, I know where we're gonna raise our troops at. One last war. I'll head over there. You go take this. Take the capital for additional war score, then we'll kick the heck out of the armies. And then Bactria is united. Okay, we got the capital, that's one thing. Now fighting the army is the other. Sitting around a map table with satraps Nayusha and Agaman Bandak, discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Eagerly points out that we should immediately send out raiding parties to pillage, while he nervously mutters how we should avoid unnecessary engagement to fight a war attrition. Yeah, that sounds a lot like you, but it is my right to decide the ultimate course of action. Let's do both. Improved pillaging, which sees face time reduced, less advantage, but hostile counter attrition. And improved avoidance will be faster, less retreat losses, less friendly casualties. Let's do the best of both worlds. We've taken the objective. Where's the rest of the army? We need to hunt them down. Guess they're over there somewhere. Just further up on the war score. There they are. Probably win. Slow down a bit. After this war, I'm going to have to invite some new Aswarans. Oh, Surreal, you've done well. You wounded a man. Alfonso killed his first man. Amir Tasmasab. That's the guy I romanced. Well, he killed the guy that I once romanced. My son. My son killed the man that I once loved, but in actuality, he was a pawn in a game. He's in retreat. We'll be in retreat. We're gonna go get resupplied before we get back into action. In fact, move back a bit further in case something happens. Back there. Liberty War. No, sir. Plus, the level of fame is high enough where we can get away with anything. He's going all the way up there. We got enough supplies. One last piece of the puzzle, and we shall achieve it. Alfonso wounded another commander. And Osorio was maimed. Oh, disfigured. But he maimed another guy. Is Osorio? We're about to reach 90, so get back. Granddaughter. Telugu granddaughter. Here it is. At the age of 60, feeling fine. Yeah, screw it. Why don't I just become a strategist as well? Spend the rest of the time there. And then stewardship. Live in happy retirement. Okay, is that it? Yes, we completed control of the region of Bactria, but now we're going to have to move our capital into the Bactria region. So just 1 second. And it's going to cost us a lot of money for this. So, as we remind you again, ladies and gentlemen, on this white outline, we've taken all of what was left of the Bactria of old, the Empire of Bactria. But I cannot move my capital up there, because I already did it once. But there is a way. Son, I know you're an unbeliever, and you receive attendant care. And even though you're wounded in action, because after all, you may be a court physician, but also you are a combat medic. And we do mean combat in more ways than one. At least you never lost a limb, and you will be the heir to Bactria. You've done Bactria proud, my son. So, for a distinguished service, I'm going to give you this land. I cannot grant my realm capital. Oh, hell. Oh, no. Well, I guess it would be up to him to form Bactria for me. So I can't move my capital. I remember in Crusader Kings 2, you're allowed to give your capital away to somebody, so you can, move your capital somewhere. So I can't move it up there because I did it once, and I was here just to become Afghan. Well, consider it as an empire right now. What? Well, at least there's a few things I could do. And that's the succession law. Oh, it's over there. I keep forgetting. Back to high partition. They all prove it. So, under high partition succession, the lion's share of the tiles will go to the player heir, and the rest will be divided between my children, which is, the other son. So, I can't move the capital, so therefore, the Bactrian kingdom cannot be created, so we have to be up to my son then. Well, in this case, it's time for you to get married. I mean, you got the strengths, you got the smarts. You should marry someone pretty, which we already see one. But it all depends on skill, I mean, you're good with just about anything, so I don't think it matters who you marry. So just start looking for age, alright? Let's start from there. What's your education? Unless you want to keep up with the line of geniuses. Okay, you know what? Her. Although I would prefer to have beautiful children, but why can't there be someone beautiful and smart at the same time? Which is a rarity in this world. I mean, we'll have beautiful and smart children, possibly. Stop at 25, then turn back, because I'm likely going to go for the Telugu. Bad education. Okay, now, go back. Or maybe someone to betroth to? Starting from 12? Wow, 4 traits. She became a cynic too. Much like you are. An opinion of cynical characters? Yeah, you two will get along. It's gonna be her. The French one. So we choose her. Because she's pretty. She's from Geneva. Okay. So. Okay, now. For my horse, if there's one thing he's lacking, it is fierceness. So we can't move our capital again. So, nothing happens. So, my horse is a strong and agile war horse, as it will be remaining so. Oh, just turned 16 already. Bingo. Alright. It's very good. Welcome to our new Bactrian Empire. At least by name. Well, we're not officially an empire, but we're considered as such now. It seems that Alfonso will have the honor. Don't worry about the Buddhist thing, but we can't move it into the Bactria region somewhere. So all we can do now is just defend our gains. It's the best way we can do now. No more wars for now. So you don't have to get hurt anymore, Alfonso. So we've accomplished our mission of a Bactrian reconquest. It's just the Empire with... Oh, by the way. Hold this for me. Land is yours. There you go. Sorry, one little minor thing. So we've accomplished our mission. Now we just can't move our capital around here again. Because we already done did. But I could at least give him some land, make it feel like, you know, he's earned it. So I cannot grant him within the realm capital. So if I want him to run somewhere, logically, Bulk, you know, he's from there. Hell, make him the satrap of Bulk then. As I said, he's earned it. So he can have Bulk. Despite the fact it's a lot of good land. But, or I could keep it for myself. Well, I don't know. I know he's a physician, but it doesn't matter what his current lifestyle he's working on, because when you land a character, you can read what his progress of lifestyle. So we assume, since he's an novice physician, I'm sure he's focusing on medicine. Well, anyways, give me some Asfaran and let's celebrate. Let's end the episode on that. The guests are gathered in a great hall. Lords and ladies from near and far reaches around. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. No more war. The great table is seating. The upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack, and a moment later gave an underweight of food and gilded decoration. And the most distinguished guests had to be fit in amongst the lower nobility. I ended up close to my spy master, Satrap Shahid. As high nobles mingled with their lessers, both word and friendship and envy were exchanged among the people rarely associated. Shahin and I end up talking all evening, and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. What a great night! The evil blackguard is now my friend. Somali warrior, come on in. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I'm also relieved to say the satrap does not depart without saying farewell. We both know that we will be seeing each other soon. What a man! What a man, what a man, what a man, what a man. Or don't you think maybe it's like, well, again, we'll no longer be in offensive wars, this time we'll be on the defense. Even though I once originally had desires for the Punjab region as well because of its development. Different, Thomas. Different guy, but he could be a good commander if he had more martial. Surprised you haven't picked up whatever you were trying to work on due to your chivalry. Anyways, what's the control like over here? 100? 100? Not so much here. Man-at-Arms counterfish, say 25. Should I really go all the way down? Because, you know, it's going to take 6 years to become a strategist. And I would be considered very old by then. But as a strategist, so It's +1 diplomacy, +3 martial. More enemy fatal casualties, and crosses water without advantage penalties. Very well. But you know what? Stick with it. I'll spend the next 6 years go all the way from strategist. And then focus the rest of my life on stewardship. And perhaps introduce more men-at-arms regiments. The map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at a local tavern. The man is spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about a great deal he struck with a fancy lord in pearls and silk. Apparently he drew a map of the local drylands for an unknown nobleman. The spies think the lord must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. Devashish, a Nepali Jain, Yapania. And also mind you, ladies and gentlemen, since I have the nudity setting turned off, this is the particular Jain faith where all of its adherents go naked. Adherents do not wear clothes. It's one of their tenets there. Wow. Bring him to me. I think I could jog his memory. Because I am sadistic, I will gain dread. A hostile or otherwise malicious scheme is exposed. He'll be killed, and I will be more vigilant. You. Yeah. So, it was you. Good thing I'd known that. If I had a chance, I would imprison you. But I cannot murder you. One of these days. I will outlive you. But your scheme is exposed, so no one can... No, but does not say anything about me imprisoning him. Oh, God. How could you do this to a surreal? If I have sinned, why did you not punish me instead? He was blameless, my perfect son. Life had so much more in store for him. He did not deserve this. My only son. Well, actually, he's my only son now. The twists and turns of fate has not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Lamberto. Today that curse has been lifted. Fate smiled upon me and brought this chattering spawn of hell to his grave. And not one day too soon. Come on in. Well, that's a hell of a mood swing. Soon we're going to reintroduce knighthood back into the region. I'm the new dynasty head. Really? Now, I pride myself to make sure everything is always accounted for, which includes making sure my soldiers are well provisioned. To this end, I should come up with a plan for ensuring my soldiers will always have the supplies they need in the field. Well, thankfully I have a stewardship education, arrange a network of merchants to help me. So in a few days, we hope that we'll establish a dependable network of suppliers. And I'll get a bit of martial lifestyle experience, a little progress. Or this will backfire on me. Secret exposed. My sister. Wow. A dependable network. After going through the reams of financial ledgers, I was able to pick out a group of merchants scattered around the countryside which I knew would be dependable. I made an offer to keep them on retainer to provide any supplies my army needs at a moment's notice. This will ensure my commanders will always know who they should go when they need provisions. Our income is fine, so this will reliably supply my armies in the field. There you go. Some progress. Ah, that's why the Emperor died, so therefore dynasty had changed. Now it's my nephew, Martin. He's returned to Hispania. He's returned to Cordoba. Persia has broken up into smaller states. But they're all Catholic, so I think they can all work each other out. We should be alright. We don't have to worry about the Empire anymore. We think our... Is it official? Our connections with the Empire has been severed. We're alone now. And in the future, well, though, we are what we feel technically is we are an empire, but not exactly officially, but feel like it by name. We control all of Bactria, but unfortunately, Aldara will not be the Empress of Bactria. Pay up. So it's up to my son Alfonso, which he's all better now. So it's up to him to form the Empire of Bactria, and he will be the first emperor of Bactria. The King of Kings of Bactria. Get in here. Let's ride together. Here's another reason why we shouldn't do too much conquest, because there'll be another uprising in a moment. But that'll be for the next episode. The Sogdian is dead. But he died of consumption, so... Yes, Sogdian Calf. Actually, no. You've lost your territory? Oh, great, another craven. Well, at least we saved the Sogdian people. Yes, some Tajik, couple of Sogdians. As I said before, at least we saved the Sogdian people from extinction. Oh, and you know that murder plot earlier? Oh yeah, it's a good thing you're by my side. Okay, let's end the episode on this note. Go to a feast in Rajanpur with my fellow Buddhists. This better be worth my time. You rode on my horse, Vasevas. Now, what do you got here for me? Kingdom of Punjab has formed. Even though I once desired for Punjab, as I've stated before, but land's full of Hindus. We'll deal with them in the next episode. So that's where we shall end here. It may look like a lot of them, but we can pick them off one by one. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the Bactrian Reconquest has completed, but the Empire is not going to be formed yet. Which, unfortunately, I cannot move my capital to Balkh, even if I wanted it to. Because we did it once, because we had to become Afghans. And we've accomplished our mission. But Alfonso will have the honor, and please impregnate your wife, and we'll have the honor to form Bactria, the empire of it. In which I was possibly considering. Well, he's a sinner, but moralities aside, Bactria will be an empire, as we consider ourselves as an empire of Bactria, but that's in name, or kingdom of Bactria, whatever you wish to call it. I've lost my son, while he survived the horrors of war. And we know you've been exposed as a non-believer. And a murder secret because you did kill a man in a hunt. Which we had to hide a body because I had to do something for my only son and heir. And he's my steward too. So now we shall live in peace and prosperity. And also in that next episode, as I'm feeling fine, I will eventually become a strategist, then go for stewardship and see if I can become an architect before I pass on. Probably unlikely at this point. And may possibly give the satrapy of Balk to my son, so he could feel like a proper Bactrian. And so, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, the Empire of Bactria will finally be formed. The Bactrian supremacy, easy for me to say. We will establish Bactrian supremacy finally. But until then, so long for now.